Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is the Lair of Laflair. I see that you made it. Thank you all for joining me here this week in the Lair. Now this week's episode is about giants. Are they real? We will dig deep and see what kind of evidence we find. But before I go any further, as usual, I gotta stop and give a big shout out to you, the viewers, because we are growing and getting more subscribers right here on the Laflair Network, and that's all because of you. You're all making this possible. It really is appreciated, and it means a lot. I discover and discuss all kinds of topics here in the Lair, and YouTube does not like this kind of content, so it's going to take you, the viewers, to promote this channel and push it forward. Now, I'm not here to push any kind of disinformation because we are living in crazy times here in 2025, so please be aware of all the scare tactics, the mass confusion, the military demonstrations, along with the governmental psyops being played out in real time more than ever before, and never believe the official narrative. And before we even get to that, there might be another false flag attempt or scandemic, the fake pandemic, something like that might just be around the corner. And never believe the official narrative, especially from the mainstream media, because there's usually narratives and agendas of their own that they're trying to push and shove down each and one of our throats. Now that's why I do my part here in the Lair, to inform you of these things. But remember, this is all for your entertainment purposes only. Yes, got some cheap plugs I must fill you in with right now. Come check out some Kingpins Bowling right here on the Laflair Network. Come show your support as we are getting ready to start the Summer League in just a few weeks. That's right here on the Laflair Network. Thank you all. If this is your first time checking out the show, thank you for being here, because I discover and cover and discuss all kinds of myths, conspiracy theories, legends, world stage events, actors of the world stage. Who are these actors that play their part here on the world stage? Topics like aliens, NASA, did we really go to the moon? What about flat earth? Are you a flat earther? Or do you believe that we are on a ball spinning around at incredible speeds? Or maybe it's CGI balls that you're into? Or are we all just trapped here in the Matrix? Because what is this magical, beautiful realm? Don't wait, there's more like murder mysteries, Bigfoot, SpaceX, AI. Will AI create the next reset? What about ghostly phenomenon? Because obviously we have our own ghostly phenomenon here in a Lair that brings you the official narrative of what we are discussing here today. But this is the part where I tell you to go grab all your survivor gear, your rations, the flashlights, the batteries, and the bottled water, because we want you to be prepared when you enter the Lair of Laflair. Now, this is only my opinion. You do the research. You be the judge. Don't let confirmation bias box you in. Now, once again, this is my part. I gotta give it over to the ghostly phenomenon here in the Lair that gives you the official rating of the discussion that we are having here today.
Laflair, let me give you the official narrative of giants. In folklore, giants are from ancient Greek, being of a humanoid appearance, known for their massive appearance and strength. Why have they become a fairy tale or a myth? Why even giants mentioned in the Bible? So what is your faith? How much proof do you need? Why the cover-up of giants roaming the great flat plain earth realm? You see this evidence everywhere. Let me tell you about gigantism. It's a very rare condition that causes abnormal growth at adolescence due to excessive GH growth hormone.
Macy Curran stands an impressive 6 feet 10 inches, and her leg length has earned her the Guinness World Record for not only the teen, but woman in the world with the longest legs. Macy was born March 23, 2003 in Austin, Texas. She has used her extremely long legs to earn a career as a model and Instagram star. She has a net worth of 2 to 3 million.
The tallest man recorded in history is held by Robert Wadlow, standing in 8 feet 11.1 inches from Alton, Illinois, born February 22, 1918, then laid to rest July 15, 1940. From a small town outside St. Louis, Missouri, he was no ordinary man and found himself in the spotlight at age of 15 when he visited the Chicago's World Fair, later turning down the Ringling Brothers and other sideshow attractions. Sultan Kosin, born December 10, 1982, from Turkey at a height of 8 feet 3 inches. This Turkish farmer holds the Guinness World Record for the tallest man alive. His growth results from a condition caused by a tumor, commonly known as gigantism.
Well, Laflair, let me tell you about a past tallest woman, not too far from your hometown, Ella Ewing. She was born in LaGrange, Missouri on March 9, 1872, and passed at age 40 on January 10, 1913. She was a normal-sized baby and child. First signs of abnormality started shortly after her 7th birthday. At 14 years old, she towered over not only the children, but all the adults too, measuring 6 feet 10 inches tall. The people of her hometown met her extravagant growth with compassion, but in 1885, she would learn that's not always the case. Ella finally stopped growing at age 21, towering 8 feet 10 inches tall. She wore size 24 shoes. She hated being gawked at, but decided she might as well use it to her advantage. And that's when she became the Missouri Giantess as a circus sideshow attraction.
Andre the Giant, the 8th wonder of the world, from France, born May 1946, laid to rest January 28, 1993. Andre the Giant was known in the world of professional wrestling, even breaking through into Hollywood. His great size was due to the unruly condition of gigantism. Laflair, are you saying that the Giants never went away? That they never died out? That we're seeing modern day Giants of the past? What about these top 5 legendary Giants? Are they real? Start out with number 5. The Cyclops, an ancient race of giants characterized by a single eye in the middle of their heads. Number 4, Bigfoot. This Sasquatch is somewhat different than the other entities on the list. He is considered a cryptid, an animal which might not exist, but there is no little scientific evidence to back up the existence of Bigfoot. Number 3 of our list of legendary giants, Paul Bunyan, first documented in the stories of American journalist James McGillivray, and probably based on earlier tales of a French-Canadian giant lumberjacks. Oh my god, he's quite real. And number 2, making our list of the legendary giants, if they're real, is the mascot Jolly Green Giant from General Mills. This could be more than just a mascot. Oh my god. Number 1, making the list, the top spot of our legendary giants. Are they real? Goliath. You probably heard this story from the Bible, David versus Goliath, arguably the most famous of all giants. Goliath was a massive Philistine warrior who faced off against the Israelite army. Oh my god, he's huge.
Yes, in the news we have more predicted programming as the American Pope from Chicago is now somehow the Pope. Obviously, there's people that was in line, but as we see, they let these stories out in advance to, let us know that they're in charge. But what else is in the news? What is going on in our skies? Yes, again, I want to keep showing this little footage because I've got to do my part right here. Because is this like the sign of the end of days? Have you personally looked into this? Now, this is my personal footage. I'm going to keep touching on this subject because this is mind-blowing footage of my own. Now, I've had a few encounters of this paranormal phenomenon of sorts, of whatever you want to call it, that's been happening in our skies. Let me know if you've seen any of this footage or activities going on in the skies above. Now, that's the news.
Hey, Laflair. There's a bunch of images of your favorite celebrities and so-called politicians showing their love and respect for their club, because they're all part of the club. The world stage actors of the world presenting and saluting their love right here on display. You can say whatever you want, deny it, doesn't matter, here they are. Believe it if you want. It's a big fat club, and you ain't part of it. Illuminati? Or maybe the Illuminati?
Shout out to QMP for this hilarious footage that we're going to show right here.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
For $33, you can buy this awesome Don Petite non-action figure, including 1960s lost technology. The box includes the 1960s telephone, a 1960s computer, a 1960s radio, and a 1960s record player.
My new non-action figure contains all the lost technology, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And for $5 more, you get this free lost technology fecal bag. It was hard to build that technology back, but we did it.
Please collect the other Globetard series dolls for only $33 each. Neil deGrasse Tyson with his pear-shaped globe. Fight the flat earth with real prosthetic legs and a yellow inflatable boat. Collect them all. The final experiment action figures. The Austin Bateson edition includes real vape smoke, Chilinism with 3 real Bitcoins. And last of this series is Will Duffy, wearing his favorite outfit. Collect them all. The Rising Earth Wacko series contains 2 supervillains action figures. Supervillains Rising Earthers. This is Deluded Dell with his fellow villain Nasi Keta. 3.3-inch dick not included in the box. Collect them all. The Final Experiment action figures. The Volume Studios. Collect them all. The Rising Earth Weka series. Supervillain action figures. And last but not least, the world-famous Globetard series with 3 famous Globetards. Today's special offer is a talking Arwen Gollum action figure. If you push his button, he is going to talk about chopping you up.
Chopping you off and chopping you off and chopping you off and...
Take it easy, little fella. The box contains extra accessories like Arwen's famous machete and a diaper, but also his hidden treasure. This limited edition talking Arwen troll doll can be yours for $66 only. Collect them all. And please order a troll doll now for only $33 without shipping cost. But please call 911-911 now and order your troll doll today and receive this Uncle Oakley's Magic Flat Earth bulb for free.
Hey, don't forget me, you piece of shit.
And thank you for that footage. A true genius of our time, QNF. Go and check out his channel. And for our new segment of the show, here on the Lair of Laflair, our Shield of the Month Club member goes out to this month's Shield, Jaren Campanella. This might be the Shield of the Year. Yes, this fake piece of shit shield bag somehow is awarded the most famous flat earther. Yes, I don't know how this... Of course we know why, because he's a dorky doofus idiot piece of shit shield scammer, and that is why he is our first inductee of the Shield Bag of the Month Club. you piece of shit. And following up from our previous segment of our Shield of the Month, this month's Shield is Jaron Campanella, the Shield of the Month winner. You piece of shit. Check out this footage. So, yes, our Shield bag piece of shit of the month is Jaron, you piece of shit. Here it is, the number one truther here on YouTube. Let's check out this action from Jake.
Stream, which tanked, by the way. Jaron's last Speaker's Corner stream absolutely tanked. And this one guy called in, and then right after this, Holden calls in, which was also funny, but in a whole different way. So check those out. This is hammer time.
Oh, what's up? So I have to make sure I heard this right first.
Okay.
So I watched Jake, right? I think he makes good content and gets more views than, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed, but I guess people like being lied to, and I guess they like guys that barely reach the, you must be this tall to ride sign. But honestly, I just don't want that audience. They think Cameron Diaz is a guy. They think that there's magnets in the field goal posts.
So that's how Jaron slanders me when my name is brought up. He brings up my height. He always likes to say that I'm short. Oh, Jake's so short. He's only 5'3". He always likes to make me shorter than I am. Because I'm like an average sized dude. I'm 5'7", so I'm not tall, but I'm not the shortest dude that you've ever seen at 5'7". I'm the same size as Floyd Mayweather. Like basically the same exact size as Floyd Mayweather. And nobody calls Floyd Mayweather the tiniest midget ever. But Jaron likes to make me out like I'm a fucking midget or something. So he always mentions my height. And then the next thing he said,
the, must be this tall to ride sign. But honestly, I just don't want that audience. They think Cameron Diaz is a guy. They think that there's magnets in the field goal posts.
He doesn't want that audience, meaning he doesn't want any of you guys. You guys are my audience, right? So he doesn't want you guys as an audience because you guys and me, we think Cameron Diaz is a man and we think there's magnets in the field goal posts. So another thing Jaron likes to bring up is, oh, Jake thinks Cameron Diaz is a man. He's not allowed to say anyone in Hollywood is inverted. See, it's like against his contract to say that any man is a woman or any woman is a man. So he can't call out anyone as being an invert because he's a shill. So what he does is he goes, Jake thinks Cameron Diaz is a man. He must have never touched a woman in his life, right? He plays that whole maneuver. And then the field goal thing, right? If you guys are fans of my NFL content, my NFL rigged content, or if you've ever watched it, a popular segment, Return of the Doink, when the ball bounces off the uprights. Well, it only used to happen like once in a season. And this last season, it happened like, I don't know, between 40 and 50 times. So how come something that used to happen once in a season is now happening over 40 times? That's quite the increase. So I've come to the conclusion by watching the ball do really strange stuff, like start down the middle and then take an abrupt turn towards one of the posts, right? Or go outside the post and then weave back inside and still hit the post. We've all seen those balls hitting those posts and doing funky things. So Jaron, being he's a shill, he can't take the position that the NFL games are rigged and manipulated and that there's technology in the ball and the post. So instead, he goes, Jake's so dumb and his audience is so dumb, they think there's magnets in the goalposts. I would never want those people watching me. See? So he makes it out like we're all idiots over here because we think that there's magnets in the posts. Meanwhile, it's like, okay, dipshit, give me a reason why the fucking ball started hitting those goalposts 40 times more than before, back in the 90s or the 80s or the 70s. So anyone who follows my NFL content, and if anyone who used to watch football a long time ago, the ball would only hit the uprights every once in a while, like twice in a season, maybe. Now, 40 times, and always at key moments of the game, key field goals to win the game. Bang! Off the uprights, right? It's like the ball is heat-seeking right towards the upright, as if there's heat-seeking technology, missile-guiding technology in the post, in the ball, which I've talked about. So I don't just think it's magnets. I think it's a combination of technology, and they're secretive about it. They ain't going to tell us exactly how it works. So anyway, Jaron likes to use examples. Jake thinks Cameron Diaz is a man. Jake thinks that the ball has magnets in it to make me out like I'm crazy and stupid. And Jake's audience must be crazy and stupid because they watch those sort of videos. See? What a piece of shit.
So I'll pass on that. No thanks.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. Why did you bring up his height? What difference does that make?
I don't know. It makes a big difference. The guy runs his mouth, and he would never do that in public. He would barely reach my chest. If you...
Oh yeah. So Jaron, because he's 6'3", he thinks that being I'm 5'7", that I would only reach his chest. Now, the difference between 5'7" and 6'3" isn't really that big of a gap, dude. I could easily swing and land a shot on his fucking chin. It's not like I would have to jump in the air to fucking hit him. So I have fought against dudes who are above the height of 6 feet, and I'm below the height of 6 feet. And I have knocked dudes unconscious who are taller than me. So I'm not really afraid of some guy just because he's a little bit taller than me. I guess when someone's like 6'1" or 2 or 3, they think that someone who's 5'7" is like the shortest midget in the world. Meanwhile, if they come face to face with a guy who's 5'7", it's not that much of a fucking difference.
He wasn't running away.
Well, I heard you made a bet with that guy for $10,000 and your channel for biggest dick. Is that true? You really did that?
Well, the guy talked too much shit, so I had to do something. So, yep.
So you challenged the guy that is outside.
So he admitted he challenged me to a dick measuring contest because I was talking shit.
Well, I heard you made a bet with that guy for $10,000 and your channel for biggest dick.
He challenged me a $10,000 bet. Who has the biggest dick? Loser leaves YouTube. Right? And here's Jaron. He's going to admit to it.
True? You really did that?
Well, the guy talked too much shit, so I had to do something.
The guy talked too much shit, so I had to do something. Have you ever had some guy talk so much shit that you challenged him to a penis measuring contest? Guys, I know it's mostly guys watching me. Guys, how many times have you gotten mad at somebody because they were talking so much shit that you went and challenged them to a penis measuring contest with $10,000 on the line? And like they have to quit their job because of penis size? And then you would expect them to agree to that and then say yes. And then he was angry when I said no, that I don't want to do the penis measuring contest. He was so angry he tried to file a false restraining order against me. I'm not even kidding. So a guy who wanted to measure my penis and I declined, he went and tried to file a restraining order against me because I declined wanting to let him measure my penis in a contest. And then he gloated like he was some sort of badass because I didn't partake in his gay-ass contest. So here he is still admitting that I talked so much shit, he had to do something. And the something that he thought of? Dick measuring contest. Only Jaron would come up with that. He's the only man in my lifetime who has ever challenged me to a penis measuring contest. Ever. Let alone with money on the line and on YouTube publicly.
So, yep.
So you challenged the guy that is, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3", 14 and a half shoe, but you know, who's counting?
Well, I'm 6'5".
Okay, great. What's the point? Who cares?
I just don't find it all impressive that you pick on a guy almost a foot shorter than you, probably 67 pounds lighter. Like, I'm not impressed, sorry.
I'm not a foot shorter than Jaron. Jaron is not a full foot taller than me. Like I said, I'm 5'7", and if he's 6'3", he's definitely taller than me. But the size discrepancy wouldn't be that big. It wouldn't be as big as you might think. In fact, he said he's lost weight and he's under 200 pounds. So, a dude who's under 200 pounds, if I'm at 160, 5'7", and he's at 6'3", a $180, $190, that's not that big of a dude. That's not like the most massive badass dude. It's not like, some roided out fucking MMA dude who's gonna be coming at me. It's fucking Jaren. Loser ass Jaren, who has no fighting experience, no fighting background, right? All he does is this shill work. And look at his loser ass sideways hat. What fucking loser wears a sideways hat? This guy's older than me, by the way. I'm 41 years old. I would never wear a fucking sideways hat. Like, I wear this hat when I stream, but I would never out in public. I don't wear this out in public, and I would never out in public wear a sideways hat. This is one of the most gay ass things. Dude, he's like 45 years old, you guys. And he wears a sideways fucking hat. And it's a weed hat. A sideways weed hat at 45 years old, dude.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
I don't know, because nobody else has called my wife a whore and my son a bastard. So if they did that, then I'll pick on them as well. So, but hold up,
So I called his wife a whore, and I have made fun of his special needs son as well. And the reason is because Jaren slandered me first. Jaren would make videos about me and slander me, and he would say, oh, Jake's a loser who's 5'3", and Jake lives in a closet, and Jake has no women in his life, and Jake kisses dogs because he can't get a woman. But then when I say, yeah, well, your wife's a whore who cheated on you, he's like, whoa, time out. Don't bring my wife into this. Why are you bringing my wife into this? Don't talk about my wife. I'll beat you up. Oh, so you're allowed to say I'm 5'3" and have no women and live in a closet. But if I say your wife's a whore who cheated on you, he has a problem? The thing is, he admitted on camera that his own wife cheated on him in his own bed with his best friend. So he did a stream crying that his best friend fucking cheated on him with his wife, and he was all heartbroken. But then he stayed with his wife, and so I went and found that footage and played it on my channel. And then he got all like offended about that. It's like, dude, you can't say that I'm a midget who lives in a closet, right? And then expect me not to fire back. So Jaren thinks that he's allowed to say whatever he wants about anyone he wants. But then when someone says something back about him, he cries like a little bitch victim. Well, you're not allowed to talk about my whore wife. I had to challenge him to a dick measuring contest. He called my wife a whore. Right? I had no other choice but to challenge him to a dick measuring contest because he called my wife a whore. I'm the victim.
I know that I gave him a handicap, right? It wasn't a straight up bet.
What do you mean?
I mean, of course he leaves that part out of the story. I gave him 3 inches, so that was me trying to be fair. So as in whatever he measured.
So Jaren still can't get over his dick, and he's bringing up that he gave me a 3-inch handicap. So apparently I had to have a bigger dick than Jaren, but he was giving me 3 free inches. So that means if I'm a 6, he would have to be over 9 inches, right? And he used this as an example. He's like, if you're a 6, that means I gotta be a 9, bro. Good luck. Good luck. So apparently Jaren has this monster dick that he's so proud of that he goes out of his way to challenge other men to dick measuring contests in hopes that they accept so that he can show off his penis. Not only that, he also has self-released dick pics of his own junk, and I guess some videos of him touching himself or doing God knows what. He's apparently released his own videos of himself, and he's threatening that if anyone shares those videos, he's going to get you for releasing revenge porn. So now he's getting authorities involved for anyone who shares his pictures and videos that he released. And I have a mind that thinks that perhaps that was done for me to take the bait, and me to share those videos and tell people to go watch them. So guess what? I never shared the videos, never watched the videos, and I never promoted that anyone else go watch them. So he can't get me with any of that shit. No, never saw him. Don't want to see him. But I did hear through the grapevine, through Nachikita's channel, who disappeared all of a sudden, that Jaren did release these dick pics or dick videos, and that he was going to authorities for anyone who was sharing it, and trying to get them charged with sharing revenge prawn. That was the story that I heard. They're not going to connect me with that shit. So just to let you know, if anyone released any pictures of Jaren, it's Jaren. And he wants you to talk about his dick. He's obsessed with his own prick. Dcran4D said Trump eats Musk's banana equals thumbs up, everyone. Okay. Trump eats Musk's banana, which equals thumbs up, everyone. You heard it right, you guys. Dcran4D is thinking about Trump eating Musk's banana, and it's a thumbs up for him. And he wants everyone to also agree that it's a thumbs up. So hit the thumbs up on my channel if you agree that Trump eats Musk's banana or is equal to. Thank you very much, Dcran4D. All right.
We would have to add 3 inches to it, and I had to beat that.
That's a bluff. Total bluff.
Right, whatever. It's not a bluff. He could have taken my channel and $10,000, but he decided not to. So what can I do?
As if I actually challenged Jaren to the penis measuring contest and won, like he would really give me 10 grand and take his channel down. Like I could trust that Jaren, a fucking known liar and shill, would be honest about a penis measuring contest for 10 G's and taking down his whole channel. He can't even be honest about his beliefs on the shape of the world, right? He can't even be honest about him being a legitimate flat earther or not. So why would I think he's going to be honest about a penis measuring contest?
Tells me it was a total bluff bet.
Also, I would never partake in a penis measuring contest because that would be fucking gay as hell, right? That would be super gay and cringy and embarrassing. So instead, I declined, and I leave him as the guy who wanted the penis measuring contest and me as the guy who declined it. So therefore, I don't feel any embarrassment at all because it was Jaren who suggested it, making him the gay one, and I'm the one who declined it adamantly. So I'm absolved of any embarrassment while he takes 100% embarrassment for this. And he's about to challenge this guy to accept this guy's dick measuring contest invite right now.
I think you knew he didn't have that kind of money. I wonder why you don't pick on someone your own size then. Why don't you bet me?
What? Bet you? Because I have no reason to, dude. I don't want to embarrass you. And then your girlfriend would call me, and that would be a problem because my wife would find out. She would start tripping. So I don't know. I don't need the headache. And if you are that big, Mr. Oh, geez. Now I get it. Hammer time. Okay, I get it. Nice one, Hammer. I get it. Brilliant. If you think it's a bluff, then you should bet me, and then you'll make me look foolish when I decline.
Oh, so there I was wrong. Jaren does challenge this guy to a dick measuring contest. He literally just challenged him right there.
Get it. Hammer time. Okay, I get it. Nice one, Hammer. I get it. Brilliant. If you think it's a bluff, then you should bet me, and then you'll make me look foolish when I decline.
Yeah, okay, guy. My girl would never call you. Maybe I'll just take your money then.
Okay, then go ahead. Take my money. We're waiting on you. Is this really all you have? This is what you called in about? You don't have any?
And this was during Jaren's Speaker's Corner call-in show. And this was one of his lowest watched Speaker's Corners of all time. And with people like this calling in, there was this really weird, awkward, cringy vibe. So even his fans of his show, his Globecuck fans, they were feeling really weird and cringy. So there was this like feeling in his audience, like in his chat, like I could tell people were feeling like, what am I watching? Why am I watching this?
Anything else?
Okay, then. Bet $1,000 cash. We do it right after your show.
Like on what? Zoom?
Whatever you want. 1,000, me versus you. When you lose, don't stream and can't post on your channel for 3 months. That's my bet, straight up. I don't want a head start or a handicap or whatever. Straight up. Take it or leave it.
$1,000 and I can't. Okay, well, you just made the dumbest move you've ever made in your life. So Holden, I mean, whatever your name is, Hammer Time, that is the dumbest bet you've ever made in your life. So I accept. So now what are we going to do?
So he has officially accepted the penis measuring contest. What's funny, he thinks it's Holden. So Holden is here in chat. He's one of my subscribers here, right? And
all right, that's all I have for you guys here today. I really hope you enjoyed the show because we are heading into a crazy future. And here, closing out, I really hope you come to some point in your life, you have some kind of awakening, trying to find out what this beautiful, magical realm really is. Please do me a couple of favors on the way out. Please go check out QMP. He has all the maps like the AE map and the Globe debunks. And he also has the roast of the shields. It's so hilarious. And the #1 Truther Entertainment channel on YouTube is Jake the Asshole. Truthers Tuesday. Go and check him out. And always come back here next Sunday for a new episode of the Lair of Laflair. Thank you guys. Really is appreciated. I mean it.